Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. This is a run-in. My name is TJ Leo.
Cole 2K, name is Mike.
Okay, Yoda.
If you're wondering, I did it in rewind because
today is a retro review, and this time it was your choice.
we are going backwards.
Indeed,
This was my choice.
yes, and you chose a decent one. What is sort of, I guess, colloquially, I can't say that word. Colloquially, widely agreed upon, I guess, that it is the best SummerSlam. That's right, we are doing WWE SummerSlam 2002, which took place August 25th, 2002 at the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. And it was the 15th.
Long Island.
It was the 15th SummerSlam. So let's do, top level thoughts. What you think of the show without getting into any specifics?
A good show. You see throughout the night, there's wrestlers, stars, whatever you want to call them, that are still going today. Still compelling, still telling good stories, still having good matches going today.
Yep.
You saw the beginning of careers that are ending soon, perhaps. This was Brock Lesnar's first SummerSlam.
Yeah, there's at least 3 or maybe even 4 people on this card that are due for a retirement. 5 if you consider another one.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I don't have any top level thoughts besides, I thought it was a good show. I didn't think it was as good as I remember, but hindsight's 2020. It is still a good show though. 2 things I wanted to note was for the overall was I miss when WWE used alternative music or like alternative rock for their shows.
Yeah.
Rather than like the constant rap and hip hop it does today. I'm just like, it's not that I don't like rap or hip hop, but like you get more like, I don't know. I get more into it with the alternative rock stuff. It seems more epic than just a freaking like Eminem rap.
They do. Lately, they've done that country singer Hardy. They've done some Jelly Roll.
Yeah, it's true.
They've done a couple others.
It's true. Was your camera doing that thing again? The glitch in the Matrix. Flashes. Good Lord. I don't know what causes that. My other top level thought was, which will probably no doubt be a common comment for retro reviews, is that I miss the unique stages. The unique stage setups.
I miss the crowds.
Yeah, that's you.
I miss the signs.
Signs. Yeah. The flash bulbs.
I miss the cold opens.
Yeah, the cold opens with the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to look back at their old school presentation and see how it is better than what their current stuff is. The current stuff is sleek. It's obviously much sleeker. It's HD. This is pre-HD era SummerSlam. But yeah, it doesn't. It feels cold in comparison to this stuff. This stuff felt raw.
The crowds are hype all night.
For the most part.
Matches.
Yep. No, they were great. It was a good crowd. All right, let's kick things off. The opening match was Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio. Non-title match. Just a match. Let's do a rating. For those that don't know, we do a rating out of 10. No points. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good?
I got mine. Yeah.
Go on a 9.
Ooh. 8.
I almost went with an 8. but went with the 9. What cage match give it, sir?
Cage match. 8.37.
Okay, more towards
Based
you.
on 535 votes.
That's a good chunk of votes
Dave,
for them.
I mean, the match is also 25 years old, 24 years old almost. And there's a lot of matches or a lot of votes specifically on this match.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer gave it 3 3/4.
Fuck that guy, man. What the hell's wrong with him?
Incredible.
He's a special individual. All right, let's look at my notes. I guess this would be not the Bleacher Report moments and observations. This is the TJ Leo moments and observations. Number 1, these two had great, if not amazing, chemistry. And I think it's just true. Every match I've seen them in together were amazing. Really, really good. Angle did an amazing German suplex that practically went 360 degrees on Rey Mysterio. He caught it with him when he was doing that flip up DDT or bulldog kind of move.
Yeah.
And flipped him all the way back onto his it was nasty. It was nasty. It was good. Angle's counter of the running Hurricane Rana into a side slam was super impressive, especially for a short guy. You know, it's easy when like someone like Test does it, or Taker or Kane, but Angle's short, you know, in comparison to a lot of wrestlers. So
he's not that big, yeah.
Gotta love the spot where the ref stops Ray from doing a dive, only for Ray to run and jump over the ref and do it anyway. I wonder if that was the first time he tried that. That was pretty cool. Ray did a springboard leg drop at one point that just looked crazy nice. Must have hurt like hell, as we have learned from Hogan and Matt Hardy. The leg drop hurts, let alone doing it off a springboard top rope move. This was one of the rare times Rey Mysterio actually used the real West Coast pop. So for those that don't know, Ray typically, when he does the West Coast pop, he just kind of sits on their shoulders and pushes them back onto the mat, kind of a back bump. But when he does the real West Coast pop, which he did in WCW and I think ECW, he lands on their shoulders and then turns it into a Hurricane Rana and plants them into a pin. Crazy move.
Yeah.
In the end, Mysterio tapped out to the ankle lock after a somewhat botched counter to a top rope Hurricane Rana, where Kurt Angle countered the Hurricane Rana, was supposed to grab his ankle on the way down, but it slipped through his grip, but then he just got back up and picked up the ankle and tapped him out. No, that's not why I didn't give it a 10. It was an amazing match. I kind of wish it had gone double the time frame because it was so good. It was a little short.
I think this is widely considered one of Angle's best matches.
Yeah.
In the company.
No doubt.
This one went just about 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, this could have gone 16 to 20 easily. They're amazing.
Not the shortest match. It was second shortest match of the night. Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing. That's all I got.
Great match. Great way to start. I don't know. I don't remember how they got into it. Because the previous month before this, Angle was the undisputed champion and then lost it at Vengeance the previous month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, he didn't lose it, but he was in the match. He got pinned in the match.
I don't
know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
I don't know how he went from being in title contention to battling Ray.
That's a good question.
I don't remember. If you do.
I do not remember, and they didn't do a video package for this one, so I'm not sure.
I don't miss that. I don't need a video package for every match.
Agreed. It would have been nice for this one, but only in retrospective. Yeah. They did. I think they did it for 2 matches, maybe 3.
I think 2.
Yeah. That's all I got for Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio. It was amazing.
Amazing match.
All right. Let's move on. We don't have wagers. This ain't that kind of show. Before we get to the next match, there was a weird backstage segment between Raw and SmackDown GMs, Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon, agreeing to watch the show together, but there was this like sultry, weird, I don't even know what you want to call it, sensuality to it. It was weird, and it will pop up more than once in this show.
Yes, it will.
Then we had a brief introduction to JR and the King, because at this time the brand extension was still kind of new. This was the first SummerSlam under the brand extension, the brand split. So just like at the Vengeance pay-per-view before it, whoever was commentating first would introduce sort of the other commentating team in a way. So in this match we had Taz and Michael Cole, and then we had a little brief JR and King segment before the next match came out, because the next match was for Raw. One thing I noticed about JR that I have never noticed before is that it looks like he's been given a unique headset so that he can keep wearing his cowboy hat. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I think the strap or band or whatever goes around
the back. Yeah, I was like, it's not even the same headset. Like, it's a completely different headset, because you look at Lawler's and he's wearing a completely different headset. Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember at this time, the Raw announce table was up on the stage. It wasn't ringside.
Yeah, that sucked. I don't know. I mean, that was Eric's doing because of WCW, but that's the way WCW used to do it. But yeah, I didn't like that. And every time the pyro would go off, you'd see whoever was sitting next to closest to the pyro would be like, "Holy shit, that's hot!"
Yeah.
All right. Next match was Ric Flair versus Chris Jericho. Another non-title grudge match. Apologies for the low quality of the match graphics, but this is an old show. This is an old show, and couldn't find.
Not HD, like you said.
Yeah, it was not HD. I could not find super clear match graphics for all of these. Some of them are. I think the last three I got some HD ones or some sharpened ones, but for the most part they're pretty blurry. All right, you got yours?
Yeah.
What you got? 7.
I'm going 7.
Well, you know where I'm going.
Uh-oh.
Going with 6.
On 6, all right.
What'd Cage and Doofus give it?
Let's see. Cage match. 183 votes.
Sharp drop.
2 3/4 stars.
Yeesh.
From Dave. 5.82.
Ooh. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, TJ's moments and observations. This was Ric Flair's first SummerSlam ever. Interesting little tidbit. Of course. And of course, the referee of the match was none other than Charles Robinson. Little Nate.
Charles Robinson. Little Nate.
Actual match points here. Flair always gives scary looking punches. They look closed fists like right there. Yeah, he's yeah. He does a good job of protecting his opponent, but making it look good. And the chops, of course, are always good. I will say, though, that the crowd was pretty tired after that opening match, so they were not as loud for this one. They were pretty tired. I think, based on the setup for this match, that it probably would have benefited from street fight rules, but because there was already a street fight on the card, they couldn't really do it. So that's just unfortunate booking. There was a strange spot in the match where Flair grabbed the rope and tapped out at the same time, which the crowd really didn't like. They kind of like it was like you could hear a pin drop. It was so not accepted. It was like, really? And then Ric Flair took advantage of a ref bump, low blowed Chris Jericho, and tapped him out to the figure 4. Your winner, Ric Flair.
Jericho. That came right after the rope break and tap out. Because it made Jericho think like he won.
Right.
I think he pushed the ref or somehow distracted the ref so Flair could hit the low blow.
Yeah.
And then
I think
Jericho for the win.
I think Flair pushed Jericho into the ref, so he was slightly knocked off.
Yeah.
Not knocked off balance. So yeah, a little bit of a more than a dirty win for Flair. And a second pay-per-view loss in a row for Chris Jericho. Yeah. That's all I got. Any comments about this one?
No. It is kind of amazing that was Flair's first.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. I mean, it makes sense. I know when he came in 92 at the end of 91, he came in after SummerSlam. And I think he was gone by the time the next SummerSlam came around.
When did he have that match with Vince? The street fight. It must have been... It must have been after WrestleMania 18? Or, no, before 18. It was before 18. Must have been.
Royal Rumble 2002.
There you go. Yeah. Because I was like, he stopped being the GM or the co-owner of WWE after WrestleMania 18 when he faced Undertaker. So, yeah. So he wasn't even in WWE for the previous SummerSlam. He came in after. All right. Let's move on. There was another backstage segment, this time with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, with Heyman hyping up Lesnar. It was fine. Didn't really do much for me. It was basically just Heyman talking to himself more than anything. Lesnar clearly did not need to be pumped up. He was fine.
No, he pumped enough.
Yeah, he was pumped. He was ready to go. All right, next up was Edge versus Eddie Guerrero.
Not Adam Copeland.
No.
Not Cope.
No.
But Edge.
Edge coming
off of his tag team championship. Not with Christian.
Hogan, right?
But with Hulk Hogan.
That's right. Who was not on this pay-per-view.
Because...
Oh, is this when he was fired?
They referenced it.
He came back as like Mr. America or something like that after this?
I think Brock beat him down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty
sure
they referenced that. Which is funny because he would end up having his last match with Hogan like just under a year later.
Yeah, on the August 8th episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Passed out in a bear hug, followed by a post-match beatdown, leaving Hogan covered in his own blood.
Yeah, crazy that Hogan's last match was just on a SmackDown. Weird. All right, I got mine. What was 7? Hey.
7.
All right, Wood Cage match and Doofus. Give it.
Cage match, 238 votes, 6.73. David Meltzer, Professor Dave, gave it 3 1/4 stars.
All right. TJ's moments and observations. Cool spot where Edge tied Eddie up in the ropes to deliver repeated spears. He only hit one, but it was a cool spot nonetheless. The one that he missed, he ended up shooting himself out of the ring and kayfabe injuring his shoulder. And then Eddie ended up focusing on Edge's shoulder the rest of the match, which was told very well. There was a great top rope arm drag slam, almost a pay dirt kind of move by Eddie. Looked really sick. Eddie continued working on that shoulder, and that was a great example of that. Amazing counter by Eddie. He popped out of a snap mirror, snuck behind Edge, and dropped him with a toe hold. What do they call him? Toe hold. Drop toe hold.
Drop toe hold.
Yep, into an arm sort of shoulder submission. Really nice spot there. Edge suplexes Eddie over the top out of the ring. That was a nice spot as well. Eddie's just freaking great, man. It sucks. It sucks what happened to him.
Yes.
Nasty face first suplex by Edge off the second rope to Eddie. Eddie kicks out of the execution. Commentary notes this was maybe the first time that had ever happened. They never really made the execution a significant finisher though, so
no, they didn't.
He kept the spear. Eddie frog splashed right on Edge's hurt shoulder. Really cool spot, although the crowd didn't really know what to make of it. It's one of those things where it basically looked like he missed. And without the commentary saying, "Oh, he did it right to his shoulder," you kind of wouldn't necessarily get it. So I think they were a little bit confused on that one. Eddie almost lands right on top of his head after Edge throws him off the top rope, but he rolls through it. Edge lands a spear, and your winner, Edge. So
this story not going in, but during the match was Edge had never Edge had never hit Eddie with the spear. And Eddie was working on his shoulder, so he wouldn't be able to deliver the spear, or if he did, it wouldn't hurt him. Kind of thing.
Which didn't work, apparently.
Did not work. He still got it.
Yeah, this was Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. And this was Rob Zombie Edge.
Yeah, never gonna stop me.
Never gonna stop me. Yeah. So, pretty good match. Definitely not Eddie's best match by any stretch of the imagination. He's had some much better matches, but they work well together. They told a good story.
Yep.
It worked for me. It worked. 7 it is. All right, let's move forward. They did a Our Season Never Ends WWE promotional video because reasons. They did that for a while where they're like, yeah, we don't have an off season. and everyone's like, yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should.
They still should. But they don't want to, that's called giving up money. So they'll never do that.
I mean, they work once a week. Maybe twice.
Yeah. And sometimes you get 6 months off without having to do anything. So, yeah, it's not so bad today. There was a backstage.
And a lot of the people work is just going in and cutting a promo.
Yeah. You don't even do anything physical anymore. There was
just don't have matches unless it's on the PLE.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a backstage interview with Christian, Lance, and Tess, the Un-Americans. It was fine. Christian can do a much better promo than that. So thought it was.
Yeah, I did not really like that group. No. Not because they were heels, but
I was going to say that was kind of the point.
That interesting.
Yeah, they were kind of just Vince's typical anti-American. Yeah. All right. Speaking of them, the next match was the first championship of the night, WWE's Tag Team Championship, with the Un-Americans Christian and Lance Storm against Booker T and Goldust. Book Dust, as they eventually called themselves. Let's do a rating. I think I rated this one too high.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm going to stick with it. Your go, my go? Your go.
It's mine. On 6.
No, you know what I'm going with then.
Oh, you really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna go down to a 6, but you might talk me into it. We'll see what happens. What Cage and Doofus give it?
159 votes, 5.76. Dave gave it 3 stars. He said it was better than Flair and Jericho.
Well, so did I. By 1 point.
Yeah.
But all right. So TJ's moments and observations. All 4 of these guys are so crisp in the ring. They really are. They're I think it's one of those things where, I've been watching LFG. Most of my wrestling time has been devoted to LFG lately. So going from them to watching these guys, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a clear difference. There's a clear difference. Even all these years later, you can just tell, when wrestlers get it. There was a unique spot where Lance Storm threw Goldust over the top rope, over the top turnbuckle, and over the post and out of the ring. It was interesting. Oh yeah, God, I forgot about this spot. This might bring me down to a 6 now that I'm rereading this. There was a really dumb spot in the match where Lance brought chairs in the ring. Him and Christian tried to smoosh Goldust between them, but Goldust ducked and the chairs collided. But deaf referee Nick Patrick apparently couldn't hear it 3 feet away while Booker T was distracting him. It's like, what the? This is stupid. I hate that shit.
I tried the concerto.
Was that I thought the concerto? Oh yeah, that was the standing concerto, the double concerto. That's right. Yeah. I got so used to the single person concerto with it on the floor.
Yeah,
that happened way more often.
Concerto.
Yeah. Lance Storm smokes Nick Patrick with an errant flying kick, and then him and Christian get a double scissor kick by Booker T. This spot looked great. Yes, did. Got a huge pop from the crowd. Looked real good. However, with the referee still down, Test interferes with a... did he do a big boot, or did he do the pump handle slam? I can't remember. I think it was the big boot.
He did the...
I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because in the match, when they won the tag team titles a month before, he did the big boot.
Yeah, I think it was a big boot to Booker T.
I think it was.
But yeah, that gave the Un-Americans the win. Your winners and still WWE Tag Team Champions, Lance Storm, Christian, the Un-Americans. Thought it was a good match. The early part of the match saw a really lengthy beatdown of Goldust before Booker T was able to get the hot tag. But it worked, and there was a much worse example of this later in the night, which I'll talk about when we get there. But overall, I thought it was good. I might
good. Gold.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Goldust is so good.
Yeah, yes.
He was always so good.
Yeah.
Better than his brother. And probably still is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
His WWE version, I would agree with. Cody was really good in AEW. I don't know what happened. It's like he turned everything down.
Well, it's the WWE style.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
But it does prolong careers.
It does.
So because of that, we will be seeing Cody for probably another 10 years.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I'm wondering if maybe I'm rating it higher because tag team matches right now suck so much. So I was easily impressed. I don't know.
Well, I had 2 Canadians, so that probably helps.
That's true. 3 Canadians.
Ish.
if you count Test and his interference.
If you count Test.
Yeah. All right. Let's move forward. Oh God. Next up, there was a bizarre segment with Jamie Noble and Nydia at WWE World, letting Nydia choose a random dude from the audience to make out with, even though she's with Jamie Noble. Dumb.
Yeah, well,
really,
why not?
Really, really weird. Didn't really serve much of a purpose besides giving Vince something to dream about. And then it got weirder with another weird backstage segment with Eric Bischoff and Stephanie, with Eric wanting Nydia on Raw because she knows her role in the wrestling business. Okay. All right, then. And Steph saying it'll never happen, as if anyone cares. As if anyone cares today, as if anyone cared at the time, whether Raw scored Nydia.
Nydia.
Yikes.
Not Jamie Noble, but Nydia.
Yeah, goes right. Fuck Jamie Noble. Yeah, we want Nydia. Yeah, this was not a segment that aged well. Wasn't even good at the time.
No.
All right. Next up, we had the Intercontinental Championship. He Who Shall Not Be Named versus RVD. I was almost tempted to put like a little blur over his face. But I just didn't feel the need to. All right, let's do a rating. I wonder if we're going to disagree on this one.
I don't know. We shall see. Imminently, though.
You got yours?
I got mine. Yeah.
Mago?
Yeah.
All right. This one's going to hurt a little bit. Oh, 4. This was bad.
That was good.
Oh. Yeah, I knew we were
to talk me down.
I knew we would disagree. Okay. That's all right. What cage match and doofus give it?
Cage match. 243 votes, 7.35. Dave Meltzer, 3.5.
You like this better? Oh my god. All right. Well, let's talk about this, shall we? So this was a interpromotional match. Benoit for SmackDown, RVD for Raw. It was a slow but hard-hitting start to the match, in which we got a random backstage scene once again in the middle of the fucking match of Eric and Steph cheering on their respective superstars. Benoit tried to do a shoulder breaker, but it looked bad. It basically looked like he almost dumped RVD right on his head. But not in an way, more of a ooh kind of way. Ooh, that looked nasty.
Ooh.
Something happened in the crowd as everyone was looking up somewhere to the left rather than looking at the ring. I couldn't find any information on what happened, but something happened in the crowd. Maybe it's probably just some drunk guy getting kicked out or something like that. But like the whole crowd just kind of like all of a sudden.
WWE event? No.
Yeah, no, that never happens.
Never.
This is where it gets annoying. So Benoit basically beat him down for the first, what felt like 20 minutes. I'm sure it wasn't, but it felt like 20 minutes of beating him down. He got the crossface on RVD 3 times, along with tons of suplexes and other moves before RVD could get any real offense in. It took fucking forever. And this was what I was talking about with the tag match, with it taking a while to get the hot tag. Except in this, there wasn't a hot tag, so it was just watching Chris Benoit beat the shit out of RVD for like what felt like forever for me.
This was the second longest match of the night.
Oh fuck! It didn't deserve it. Not if this was the plan. The plan for this match backfired, in my opinion. It was supposed to make RVD look strong, but instead, it just made Benoit look weak. RVD took a ton of punishment, but realistically, it was more than enough to take him out. But yet somehow it only took a few moves for RVD to come back and beat Benoit. Just really made no sense to me. RVD must have taken 30 to 50 moves in this match. Benoit? 10? Maybe? And yet somehow RVD won.
Took the last one, though.
He did take the last one, yeah, the frog splash.
Yeah.
So I was, yeah, I hated this match. It was bad. I did not like it. I was bored. And it just the ending made no sense to me. So they're like, oh, RVD pulled out the win. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
RVD takes some insane bumps.
Yeah, there
Always
was.
did.
Yeah, but he didn't really do anything in this match. That's what bothers me about it. It's like, yeah, he did his rolling thunder. He did his frog splash. I think he did a couple of kicks. I don't know anything. I can't remember anything else that he did. This was all Benoit just beating the shit out of him. So, like, I guess you could take it as RVD's frog splash is super powerful, but I just looked at it as Chris Benoit is weak as fuck, and these moves didn't have the impact that we thought they did. Like, it just the juxtaposition between those things just made no sense to me. I was like, what? Especially with how hard Benoit hits. You know, he lays everything in.
I mean, never mind.
I knew where your brain was going there. Yeah, so wasn't for me. Did I talk you down? Or are you sticking to a 7?
Yeah, I'll go with a 6.
I talked him down 1 point.
Go to 6.
Knocked him down a point. Yeah, this was not good. Not good. Anything else?
Nope. We can put him in the past again.
Yeah. Yet another
back in
back in the vault.
Yep. Go back in the netherworld.
Yet another bizarre segment was next between, once again, Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon, with Eric saying, well, I guess if you want to watch the Intercontinental Championship, you'll have to watch Raw. Stephanie just laughed and walked away. It was awkward.
Yes.
And then they never followed up on that. We don't see them for the rest of the night. I was like, where'd they go? They were a prominent part of the first 4 or 5 matches, and now they're just gone?
Yeah.
Weird. It's like they ran out of time. Gee, I wonder which match did that.
I don't know.
All right. Next up.
Maybe this one.
Nope, definitely not this one. See, this one's sharper. I don't know. Maybe someone like remade this or something. Undertaker versus Test. This is a test. Test. This is a test. Let's do a rating.
This is a test.
It is a test. Not sure what kind of test, but it's a test. All right. Got mine.
I got mine.
You're up.
This is my go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where was a 6?
4.
You might be able to talk
And
me
a
down. We'll see. I flirted with a 5, but I was like, All right. Cage match and Doofus.
Cage match, 161 votes, 4.49.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Uncle Dave gave it 2 1/4.
Uncle Dave. All right.
Dave did not like this one.
Moments and observations. I loved this version of The Undertaker's theme. It was so much better than the vocal "you're gonna pay" version. Just felt way more intense. That electric guitar coming in, you know, dead man walking. It's fucking sick. Loved it. And the red lights.
It was all right.
Definitely still
You
not
don't like it more than Roland?
No.
Limp Bizkit?
No, Roland's still fucking epic as fuck. That's just amazing. Yeah, I hated the "you're gonna pay" vocal version. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. Okay. I was like, all right, this is not Undertaker. Both these large men can move fast. It's scary how fast they can move. Yeah. They're Speedy
So I was thinking-
Gonzalez's.
Trying to think how old Undertaker was.
In 2002?
And this was 2002. He's 61 now, so that's 24 years.
So he's in his 40s?
30,
Hmm.
37.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel old now.
You are old.
That's true. That's true. Not a fan of Undertaker's jumping front flip clothesline thing that he always does. Never looked good. Never liked it.
It's almost like the Bobby Lashley doing a spear and doing a front.
The front
roll.
bump. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. Like, Test had to jump to get hit by the clothesline. It looked bad.
Like, I guess it's less impact on him
Yeah, yeah.
instead of landing on his stomach or landing on his, I don't know. Yeah, landing on his stomach and knees.
Oh, you think that's why Taker does it?
Yeah.
Well, then just don't do it, because it looks like shit. Too late, though. Your career's over.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nasty looking fall for Taker during Old School after Test threw the ref into the rope and knocked him down. Yeah, he fell like right down and then immediately like tilted over. It looked good, but it looked nasty. Test is super underrated. He just wasn't packaged right. And no, that wasn't a euphemism for his testicle gimmick. But I like Test. I always thought he was underrated.
He was all right. Didn't get into him.
Yeah, well, I think it's their fault for the way they packaged him. He got really good.
This was.
Excuse me. I was gonna say he got really good responses when he was a face.
This is when he was part of the Un-Americans.
Yeah. He might have the best big boot in wrestling history. He fucking nails that thing every time. Full extension of his leg. Boom. Looks great.
Yeah.
I also like his actual finisher, the pump handle slam. I think that looks really good.
Yeah, he had a good one.
Decent big man match. Didn't overstay its welcome, but I wish Test have gotten in a bit more offense. It was kind of a squash match. It wasn't quite a squash match, but it was pretty much a squash. And then there was like interference.
It was.
Yeah.
This was the shortest, 8 minutes, just over 8.
Yeah. For what it was, I guess it made sense, but
Yeah.
At the time I was like, you got to make new stars. And there's this big guy right here and he's like, pick me. And they don't.
I mean, this was after he had the marrying Stephanie McMahon angle, and after his little thing with Triple H.
Was it really?
Coming out of that? I think so. Well, yeah, because remember, in Vengeance the month before, Steph and Triple H signed their divorce papers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's all I got. All I got for this one. I think I'll stick with a 6. It was your above average. Like, if I was going to watch two big men type of match, they did well. This was not Kane versus Kali. This was better than that. So,
Nah, kind of bad.
All right. Well, there was no backstage segments between this and the next one. They just literally jumped to a video package for the non-sanctioned match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Let's do a rating.
The return.
Indeed.
His first match in 4 years.
Indeed. All right. I got my rating.
I've got mine.
Whose go is it? I don't know.
I think it's yours.
All right. 8. It's the 8.
9.
All right. Cage match and Doofus.
A cage match. 563 votes.
Okay. Back up. Back up.
9.13.
Whoo! Damn. All right.
And Dave, I guess Dave was feeling generous. 4 1/4.
All right.
4.25.
As you mentioned, this was Shawn Michaels' first match in over 1,600 days. Crazy. Nothing like returning in a wife beater, jeans, and cowboy boots, though. I think it's because they assumed, or they weren't sure if he was coming back. Like if this was just a one-off. So I guess he was just like, yeah, why would I come back in full gear if I'm not staying? And it's a non-sanctioned match. Although Triple H had his gear on.
Yeah, it's a non-sanctioned match. Why would you come in sanctioned gear?
Yeah, Triple H. Fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's like a street fight.
Although I can't picture Triple H in like jean shorts or something to fight. You know what I mean? Be a little hard.
He could come out like The Rock in sweatpants.
He could. Yeah, the tearaways.
Yeah.
The match quickly changed from your standard wrestling moves to hitting each other with trash can lids, chairs, and more. Triple H immediately started targeting Shawn's back. The leather belt shots are always hard to watch. I can't imagine.
The louder they are, the harder it is to watch.
Like, I can't imagine how that must sting like a bitch. It's crazy. Can't fake that. Triple H had to go on a scavenger hunt for his sledgehammer. That's like, that was so. He's like, where the fuck is it? He keeps going around the ring. Oh man. Earl Hebner fighting back and yelling at Triple H was amusing.
They always did that. He always did that with Triple H.
Yeah. I'm sick of this. The fuck are you doing? Stop cheating. Even though it's a non-sanctioned match.
Yeah.
The backbreaker onto the chair looked nasty. Nasty.
Yep.
Michael's kip up after receiving all that back damage was a little... Should have done that earlier in the match before the back, all like 6 backbreakers and like
no.
I was like, he's always the one that's like, you got to sell the injuries, bro. You got to play the story of the match, and then he's like, nope, I'm up. I was like,
no, I did notice come the end of the match, he wasn't selling it as much. Kind of like he got upset at Cena for.
Yeah,
that WrestleMania we did before. Right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this seems a little hypocritical there, Sean. I don't know about you. But, you know, it was his first match back, so it was used to get the crowd hyped. I was like, okay, whatever. Good pop. It got a good pop. But yeah, it didn't make any sense. Lots of headshots on Triple H with a chair, a shoe. Yes, a shoe. Hugo Ivanovich's shoe. Sean took his shoe off and it was like, boom. That's funny. Sean got a good pop when he brought out the ladder. You could see him saying, "Remember me now?"
Yeah,
thought that was a good spot. Sean doing the "I'm crazy" gesture was amusing as he splashed onto Triple H through a table on the outside of the ring. Sean's just the best at like this. So we talk a lot on LFG and even in NXT about wrestlers who just don't pay attention to the crowd. They almost like wrestle as if the arena is empty, rather than like reacting and trying to include the crowd. And this is just one of those perfect examples of this. This is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
He looked at the crowd and was like, yeah, I know, I'm fucking crazy. And then he jumped off. Like, that's the kind of stuff you need in matches. That's how the crowd and even the viewers at home get sucked into your character and sucked into you as a person, rather than, kind of watching it in a vacuum. My next point was just, Sean really was the best sports entertainer of all time.
It's hard to think of any that are better.
Really. Like, I just... Like, all the props in the world to Ric Flair. Cena was good, but... we could dissect that at a different time. But Sean was just practically perfect. It's weird. You know, he had a gift. He really did. Great twist ending with the roll-up type pin in a match like this. No one saw it coming, and the crowd popped perfectly for it. Normally, you
counters
and
upon counters upon counters.
Yep. Normally, you and I don't like the roll-up type pins, but in this situation, it just made sense. You know, he's widely regarded as one of the best wrestlers of all time, and this was a non-sanctioned, no DQ street fight type of match. So for him to catch Triple H off guard with a wrestling maneuver to pin to win the match was good storytelling.
And it made sense given the afterbirth of the match, too.
Which was Triple H breaking Sean's back with a sledgehammer, which I assume was built in to write Sean off if things didn't end up going well, or if Sean wasn't interested in doing this full time again, which obviously did not happen. Sean did come back and continued his story for the next 17 years with Triple H.
Basically, started a second Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You could arguably say that up until his first retirement was Hall of Fame worthy.
Agreed.
And then his second career was just as much Hall of Fame worthy.
Absolutely. Yeah, if not more so. Give that man another ring.
Yep.
So I thought it was a great match.
He does have another one.
Oh, DX. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. I wouldn't say it was amazing. I guess in hindsight, because you know that he was coming back from like a 1,600-day hiatus, it is super impressive what he did. But there was a lot of downtime in the match that was a little slow, a little plodding, and it was too long. I'm assuming this was the longest match of the night.
It was the longest. It was 27 minutes.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's too long. Didn't need to be that long. You could have shaved off 7 minutes easily and it'd be perfectly fine still. So I think it was too long. But it wasn't even for a title. It was just two dudes fighting, and trying to kill each other. Didn't need to be 27 minutes long, especially given how long the main event was, which was shorter. Speaking of that, well, actually, no. Before we get to that, there was another fucking weird segment. Well, I don't know what was happening with WWE at this time. It was a cool down segment meant to cool people down from this match before the main event, and it involved Howard Finkel basically in heel mode, touting to the crowd how great he was. And then Trish Stratus came out. I guess there was some sort of history on TV between the two of them. Trish making fun of him and stuff. I guess Howard was like a comedic heel. Kind of.
I think it was more so between him and Lillian.
Right.
Obviously.
Because he was trying to kick her off the air or something. He was trying to replace her.
Something like that, yeah.
They were competing for the announcer role on Raw, I guess. Who was the announcer on SmackDown? Now that I think about it.
Chimmel.
Oh, yeah. Didn't like him. Did not like him.
You said that.
Superstar! He just always sounded like he was asleep. Yeah, so there was that. Lillian ended up ambushing him and slapped him and then kicked him in the nuts. And she fell over because she kicked him so hard.
Yeah.
It was.
Have you ever tried to kick anybody in the nuts wearing heels?
Nope.
Me neither.
I have worn heels, but did I say that out loud? My bad. You didn't hear anything.
No.
All right. Well, let's move on to the main event.
Let's move on.
Once again, we did not get anything from Eric Bischoff or Stephanie. Nothing. Just they just vanished. Main event: WWE Championship. The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, with my favorite version of the WWE Championship, by the way. Love that belt. Looks sick.
Rock had just won it the month before.
Yes, he did. He pinned Kurt Angle in a triple threat match and took it from The Undertaker, who then went on to face Test for some reason. So yeah, that's actually a really funny point. Is that both of the guys in the triple threat title match went on to do nothing of note the next month. Weird.
Well, the American Badass went on to fight the Un-American.
True. And Angle versus Ray was an amazing match. So I shouldn't say nothing.
Yes.
All right, I got my score.
I've got mine.
You're up, I think.
7.
8.
Oh.
It's hard to see that. All right. For the final time tonight, cage match and Doofus.
Cage match. 397 votes, 7.83.
Okay.
And
Right between us.
Doofus Dave, 3 1/4 stars.
Oof. All right. Doofus Dave. Oh, man. I like it. All right. My first point was such a rare thing to have someone have the same theme their entire career. Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
He didn't start off with that theme, but he got it really quickly after he debuted.
Yeah, he did.
The Rock mocking Brock Lesnar during his entrance was amusing. I assume this is why Rock started entering that way moving forward as a tribute to Brock, much like how he does his arm raise on the turnbuckles is a tribute to Foley. I don't think he's ever said that that's the case, but I have to assume because he doesn't do. I don't think he did it during the Final Boss era because his character changed. But during his kind of return with Cena and all that kind of stuff, he would come out and shake his arms like Brock kind of did.
Yeah.
Seeing Heyman with a ponytail was amusing. Apparently, at one point,
and a little skinnier.
Yeah, quite a bit skinnier. Yeah. Apparently, at one point, he pinched. I
don't know what's on your mind.
I don't know.
Wearing heels and pinching.
I don't know what's happening. Apparently, at one point, he pitched to Vince, having CM Punk cut off the ponytail during their feud in 2013. But Vince turned it down. Instead, Paul just cut it off himself, and it was never referenced. I think Vince just liked saying no to Paul Heyman. I think that's all that was. Would have made for a total amusing moment in wrestling history, you know. Punk cutting off the ponytail and holding it up. Yeah. Stupid Vince. Your ego got in the way of a moment. All right. Brock dominated immediately. Both Brock and The Rock kipping up at the same time was crazy. Like, they picture perfectly mirrored each other when they did that. Just whoop.
Yeah.
And stared at each other. That's crazy.
You kind of forget how freakishly athletic Brock was.
Oh, I never forget.
He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore. No, I mean, I don't either, but
yeah.
I mean, you saw things. I mean, you didn't see it in this match, but the shooting star press, the kip up.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it anymore, but the jump directly from the floor up to the apron.
I was going to reference that one. Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore, does he?
He doesn't really. He might pull it out every once in a while, but he doesn't really do it.
The
anymore.
vertical leap. Yeah.
Yep.
Crowd was on fire for this match, and we're 50-50 on The Rock. In fact, we got a lot of "Let's Go Lesnar" chants from a lot of dudes in the audience.
Yeah.
Of course, at this time, everyone knew, kind of just from the dirt sheets being a little bit more prolific than they were before at this time, that Rock was going back to Hollywood. So, yeah, they turned on him a little bit.
And who better to put over the next big thing than The Rock?
Yep.
It's almost playing out the same way now.
Except they were going at it 3 times instead of once.
Yeah.
Brock's always been huge, but he was a big wall of muscle at this time. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Every time he moves, you can he doesn't have shoulders. He has individual bulging muscles in every fucking location. He's crazy.
I mean, you can see it on that graphic right there.
I know.
He's just nothing but muscle.
Yeah. Crazy. Also, I when I looked at him, I was contemplating. I'm like, I wonder if he was ever on steroids. And then I looked over at The Rock and I was like, you were definitely on steroids because you are tiny right now. And you're definitely on roids now.
It's something. Some kind of supplements.
Something. Yeah. I'm glad Brock Lesnar stopped using the bear hug. It's one of the worst moves in modern wrestling. He did that a lot early in his career, the bear hug. Glad he dropped that. Fuck, I hate that move. It just looks bad. It doesn't look menacing at all. It looks like you're just hugging the guy. Like, it just doesn't look good. You know? And the way that they like lean in so that they're like chest to chest so that they can breathe. It's just so they can breathe, which is the entire fucking point of the bear hug, is to like squeeze the oxygen out of them. It's like, guys, this doesn't look good. It looks fake as fuck. Stop using it. The Rock shining up the ring post before flipping Brock into it was hilarious. I don't think he's ever actually done that before. Shined to something up real nice.
I don't know.
It was so good.
And then, can we shout out the old school ring post?
Oh, the ring post, the actual solid ass fucking ring post.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if that's at the core of the current ones with the LED boards around it. I've never really wondered, or I've never really like thought about how they make the current ones. But they're a lot larger though, that's for sure. So much so that you can stand on them. We've seen Logan Paul stand on them multiple times. So yeah, The Rock shined up the ring post.
Dante thinks so too.
Yeah, he's talkative. The intensity of both these guys was off the charts, which probably had a lot to do with the fact that they were only given how many minutes?
This was just about 16.
Oh wow, that's longer than I thought. It went by really quickly. Unlike
15:58.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those like easily compare, like the contrast between this and the Chris Benoit RVD match. It's like this went by in a flash.
By the way, the Van Dam Benoit match got 3.5 stars. This one got 3.25.
That's pathetic. Uncle Doofus strikes again. It's like a bolt of lightning.
This one was not as good as Benoit Rob Van Dam.
To you or to Doofus?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
To Doofus.
Oh, okay. So you think this was better, though?
Yeah, I gave this one a 7. I gave the other one a 6.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Rock bottomed Heyman through a table, but it was very clear that he was keeping him safe while doing so, which was nice. Sometimes that's nice to see, you know, where it's like, oh, okay, you protected him. Like he held his head and made sure he didn't like hit anything on the way down. I was like, oh, okay, good job. Taz calling Brock's copying of The Rock's finisher the Brock Bottom was so hilarious. Yeah. Taz is amazing, man. I love that guy. Come out to WWE. What are you doing? Get out of that fucking hellhole.
Yeah, he's making jokes all the time with Tony Schiavone. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Tony Schiavone, who's falling asleep at the commentator's desk.
Oh, God. And in the ring when he goes and does in-ring interviews.
Why am I here again? Yeah, he's terrible. Great series of counters to end the match with an F5 for the win after Rock attempted the rock bottom twice and Brock reversed it both times. For the win and your new WWE champion.
Youngest ever at that point.
Lesnar. Yeah, until Orton came around, which was like a year later. Year and a half later. No, an actual year later. Because it would have been Because this would have led up to WrestleMania 19. Oh no, it's 2 years later. 2 years later.
Yeah,
it was after WrestleMania 20. That's right. 2 years later. All right, and that's it. What's our average? What's our average? So I'm curious.
Averages.
Curious to see what we did here. This could be the highest rated show that we've ever done. Although you and I both had a 4 in there, so maybe not.
Yeah.
That's gonna bring shit down.
I don't think it was 8 matches.
Okay.
We were even. We were 1 point away from each other, 1 rating point. I'm 675, and you were 6875.
Wow. So, okay, so what do you have a record for what our highest rated show is that we've done so far?
It would take some time to
find it. Okay.
Yeah.
That must be in the top 3. That's pretty high. We rarely have hit the 7 average point.
Rarely hit the 7, yeah.
Yeah, we're usually in the 6, sometimes the 5.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our retro
We will be next
review.
week. Once we do Saturday Night's Main Event next week.
Fuck. Isn't that this week?
It is this week. But when we review it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's review that pile of trash that they're booking.
3 matches.
3 matches, 2 tag team matches, and a Danhausen match. I'm so excited. Let me at it. I'm going to New York just for this show.
Maybe they'll add something on Raw tonight as we record on Monday. I don't know. They've got 10 more matches to book for SummerSlam.
Yeah, they've only got 4 booked for SummerSlam, and it's 3 weeks away. So I mean, they still have time. But 2 weeks away.
2 days. 2 weeks.
2 weeks away. No, 3. This week's SummerSlam.
2 weeks and 5 days.
Yeah, so 3 weeks. Three Raws, 3 SmackDowns left to book SummerSlam. They got time, but yeah, it's kind of weird that there's only 4 out of a potential 12.
Either 12 or 14. If they do 6 matches a night or 7 matches.
Yeah, because WrestleMania was 6 and 7.
7 and 6.
So it's 13 matches. So yeah, they have a long way to go. But that's for another day, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky. If you want to email us, you could do so at co.optapodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server, where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, and more. Cool 2K's there. I don't know why I missed.
I'm there.
I don't know why. I don't know why I missed. I don't know why. Don't know. Patreon.com/co-op entertainment, or you can throw us $1 a month to help support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Go.
Yes, sir.
Take us out.
Well, thanks for traveling back in time with us. We didn't go back to the future, but when we went back in time, so TJ was the Dr. Brown to my Marty McFly. I guess that makes Dante George McFly? No, because that would make him my dad, and that is not it. I don't know what I'm saying, but until next time, don't watch Saturday Night's Main Event, but do keep the Renaissance alive.